series. I think based on the predictions, we're both kind of hoping. We kind of both kind of silently rooting for the Mavs in our heart of hearts, but realistically, as like NBA fans, we all kind of knew that the Warriors were the more talented team. I will say this: Dallas did have their chances. Dallas did have their chances.
Yeah.
Uh, they kind of gave up. They kind of gave away some games. I remember game two. Game two is a game they should have won,
Yeah.
but the Warriors found a way to bounce back and win that game. Um, I think the Mavs gave away two of these games.
Yeah.
That could have easily been theirs. Then game two was one of them. I think the other one was like game three, I think.
That first game in Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, the first game in Dallas, game three. So, yeah. What's your reaction to the series so far? Like, we're both wrong. I mean, we're both right in our prediction, but we're both like, our hearts were different room for
I
Luka.
mean, it was as expected that the Warriors won. I just like obviously, we both wanted. We're rooting for Luka and the Mavs. It's unfortunate that they weren't able to win more games, but I mean, the Warriors are battle tested, man. They have two of the greatest shooters of all time. Andrew Wiggins, really showing, why he's vital to this team this year. And I can't be upset at, their effort because Golden State just battles, man. They're battle tested. And no matter, what the odds are or how much they're getting beat by, they're never out of the game. They're literally never out of the game. And we saw that in game two when they were down, I think they were down going to the half and just came out. That third quarter is where it's at for them every single time. If you don't stop them there, you will not win the game for sure. I am glad that the Mavericks didn't get swept. They got a gentleman's sweep. They got one. I just wish it would have came, earlier in the series. That way they would have had a better chance to make it more interesting. But overall, shout out to the Warriors, man. I can't be mad at it. And just dominance, man. This is going to be their sixth trip to the finals in 8 years. I think that's the first thing to do it since Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 90s. So it's dope to see, and we'll see how it goes, man. The Warriors are they're back. I remember it made me think, like when you broke the news Clay was coming back, that he announced himself that he was coming back. We were like, oh man, it's about to start. So here we are, and they're back in the finals, bro. I was watching that, like I literally was sitting here watching the game, and I was like, all right, here comes Wiggins to the rim, and I'm like, all right, he's about to get fouled. Nope, he just keeps going, throws it down. I'm like, oh my god, I thought, well, am I playing 2K? Like, is this real? Like, he really dunked that hard, bro. I was like, man. Yeah, but Andrew Wiggins, I think a lot of people have said it too.
We all Andrew Wiggins a lot. That's what we were just talking about. My mic was muted.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what we were talking about just now, y'all. But Andrew Wiggins we owe him a lot of props for this series. He had some dominant posters we were talking about just now, and we owe him a lot of props because at first I didn't think too much of the trade either. This is Andrew Wiggins. He's not, It's because he got that first. It's almost like what Shaq said. He was a first overall pick, so we expect him to be at this tier, right? But he's not. He has talent for sure, but he's not at that level. But he's still a good player, and he's a great player for what they do. Remember, before KD joined the Warriors, I fully believe anybody could have stepped in that role and they still would have been title contenders. For example, say instead of a KD, they got like a Paul George. I think they still would have been contenders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's like a plug and place type thing.
I mean,
So it's just a system, and yeah, because of that system, Andrew can really thrive there. He doesn't have the pressure of taking the last shot, right? He doesn't have to deal with the pressure of getting a certain amount of points. You know, he can score if he needs to. So, but yeah, he was definitely. I was very impressed with Andrew Wiggins in this series. Very impressed. I apologize. So, Andrew Wiggins, I formally apologize for ever joking about the All-Star nod, sir. I apologize. You are an All-Star starter. You showed that in that series. I humbly apologize to you, sir. Awesome performance. Great performance. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Shout out to Wiggs, man. Just being a star in your role sometimes. And like you said, he just kind of has this best fits him because he's not having to be their everything. But where he can contribute, he has like excelled at it. Like he's basically, before KD, they had Harrison Barnes, who was like a guy that could get stops and he could score a little bit on the perimeter and inside. So it's just a great situation for him, and I'm glad to see him get that recognition, getting this opportunity.